Hi everyone, this is John Wen. Today is June 6, 2019. I will record this video to briefly talk about what have been done in past week. So here is the highlights. So for the past week, I keep reading the Dataview coding as well as keep working on the Dataview local workflow executor implementation. As I read more codes, I think I get better understand on how the tasks will actually be executed. So from the last time, what I've been reading in the workflow executor beta in the execute method of task run class. So here, the task will be sent to the VM in specified IP, and later, as I read more codes, I found actually in the move to the cloud class, the class, and this will have a command line running, that is to execute the task executor every time when submit the task to the VM. So as we know, for every local schedule, we will execute the task sequentially and submit them one by one to the VM. So that is how this works. When one task is submitted to the VM, and this task executor will be executed automatically. So here we can see in the task executor class, the main method is just to get the run method executed. So here's the run method, and briefly will take care of it will parse the input and output port information from the task specs. So here task specs is the message is included in the message that passed from the workflow executor when the task is executed. So these specs will be included in this message object and passed to the VM, and in the VM it will be parsed to the import and output as well as like the task names, and then the tasks will be saved as a jar file, and then this will be, so we can see it at the end of the code, it will get a jar file and parse to a class loader class, and then to execute or invoke this class. So that means we will invoke this task, then the task will get run. So that is briefly what I understand right now for how the task is get running on the VM. So if we are going to get a local version, I think we don't need to care about how the imports and output ports get parsed or get classified. The only thing I think it is need to do is inter-thread communication. So after the parents get executed, how we distributed the data between multi-threads, that is what I'm working and thinking now. So I think I will get the task as a thread instead of local schedule as a thread. Maybe there will be some difference. So I still work on that. Hopefully we'll have better understanding and progressing next week. And secondary, I worked with Bai to setting up the Dataview VM on Azure. And now so far it's working. So if you're taking a look at the website dataview.org, and now it's working, and Bai has successfully configured this website, and you're able to sign up right now. And basically we set up a Dataview VM on the Microsoft Azure, and we get a VM on the Linux version, Ubuntu version, and set up the Tomcat and hold the website dataview.org. So I think it's a good start. Maybe we can keep it a try and see how the performance will deliver us, and then to decide whether to keep this way or move back to the local version. Sorry, the local host in the Wayne State University. That is also can be visited in the public. So this is the second item, and the third item, that is I will start to work on converting the readdropbox.php into the .jsp version with better understanding of the data view. I think I heard this task before, but at that moment I have very few understanding and why and what this task is going to do and what is this file going to do. So right now I think I have better understanding, and here is a readdropbox.php, and actually this is a file on the VM on the server. So what it does is it read the Dropbox files from the Dataview web version, and it's in a tree. I think there is a third-party software or library we are using to get a tree view, and this is a part that incorporating into this tree view and to make the retrieving Dropbox data that's successful. So I'll try to think about how to implement a JSP version into this tree view tool, and maybe to take a look at the front end and back end, and what's the input and what's the output. Maybe start from there and think about how to implement. So that is a plan, and briefly I think this is what I will talk about today, and thank you so much for your time. I hope you will enjoy this video and have a good weekend. Thank you so much, appreciate it.